Hey, my name is Jimmy Bryant. I'm the outreach pastor of the Bridge Church in our Princeton location. And I'm going to tell you about how the church has left the building. Folks, currently, we're in the coronavirus pandemic right now. And I want to thank you for allowing us to go out into the community to share Jesus. Man, this is tough for me to talk about. We were serving at the soup kitchen one Sunday afternoon when this thing just first started. And if you noticed, the enemy has done a great job in causing confusion in people right now. And that's what it's all about, just confusing everybody. That's the work of the enemy. But we were serving, I was cooking hot dogs on the grill, and the team was preparing to getting the plates ready. And this woman that I had never seen come by, and because a lot of the people use it as fellowship, and it feeds me and it blesses me to hear the people talk about different things. But this one woman came by, and she said, Pastor, pray for me. I said, yes, ma'am. What can I pray about? She said, my sister just poured gasoline on herself and set herself on fire. And she's in the ER right now, and they don't know if she's going to live or not. All because of the depression and the confusion that this coronavirus has done to her. She didn't feel like she had anywhere to go. Folks, I have dealt with people that have looked in my eyes at the soup kitchen and just thanked me for that hot dog that was served. Because I know that it's their only meal that they've had that day. And that means something to me, folks. That means a lot to me. Knowing that God is using me, y'all, us, the church, to feed people. Now, you can feed them the word and you can feed them a meal. But to get their attention, you better feed them a meal first. When you feed them that meal, you've got their attention, then you tell them about Jesus. I know men right now, God has delivered from the darkness of pornography. I know men right now who are drug addicts who are coming here that have records, and the police are watching them, their every move. And God is just doing great things with them because He's helped deliver them to the Celebrate Recovery 12-step Christ-centered program that we do every Tuesday night. And it's because that the Bridge gives and supports us as a community ministry. Thank you for that. You're changing lives on a daily basis. You're changing so many lives. A lot of times when we do our prison ministry, I look at guys, we're sitting in a small room, folks, that only holds 17 people. And this is our jail ministry. And they got tattoos all over themselves, scars, and a lot of them have knife cuts and bullet holes that have been mended. And I watch them and I'll give them the word of God, and tears will come in their eyes. And you can feel God's presence. Tears will come into their eyes. And they won't say nothing. They'll just sit back there and you'll see a tear come. You know that the gospel's reaching them. Now, let me tell you something. That's what touches my heart. Knowing that God is using me, that vessel, to reach another person to change their life, because it was Christ that changed my life. Look, you're looking at a guy right now who's 7 or 8, 9 years doing drugs and alcohol, out of control. Went to church on a dare. And I don't know if I'm even supposed to be doing this, but I went to church on a dare. Got stoned out of my mind when I went to church. High as a kite. Walked into a church, listened to the gospel. An hour and a half later, God got a hold of me. I went to the altar, gave my heart to Jesus, totally delivered, totally set free of drugs and alcohol. That day, that night, a long time ago. I won't tell you the date. And that's the motivation God has given me. And now I'm in a church called the Bridge Church. And they have this unique saying, the church has left the building. And because of you people, you're giving your time, your talents, and your tithes, because you're giving, you're being servants of God, you're reaching people in the prisons, you're reaching people in the soup kitchens, you're reaching people all over this community, and you're making a difference in somebody's life. Thank you for what you've done.